So we're going to open up the IPCAM-WO. Let me get these cameras out of the way here. And we're going to first put together the base. So we'll start by pulling out the main camera. And you can see here we have the motion detector at the bottom end of the camera. There's also some IR illuminators on here built into it as well for night vision, so you can get some black and white video at night, which is nice. And this, you can see, has a nice rugged case on it with metal back, and also there's a silicone plastic or rubber plug here designed to plug up the back of the Ethernet jack. Now, if you're not using Ethernet, you want to be sure to keep this on. I would even recommend using some silicone and putting it around the edges so that you don't get any water in there. On the power plug, there's a boot that comes with it so that water doesn't get inside. Same thing with the Ethernet, actually. So if you are using Ethernet, you can use this boot as well to simply plug in the RJ45 and then use the boot to protect the internal, electronics from any water. These boots are great. If you don't have these boots, unfortunately, Honeywell does not sell them separately. So unfortunately, I mean, you can look online for some sort of rubber boot, but we don't currently have any option for that. We've been asked that question before. So this would be how you connect the Ethernet and then would run back to your existing router or an access point or switch. We'll disconnect that for now, assuming that we're going to be setting this up on the Wi-Fi. We'll plug this back up, and let's look at the power connections first here. So we're first going to get the DC plug with that little booty on there, and we physically plug in the barrel connector into the back of the camera first, and then slide the rubber booty over it. So you have a small, this is basically an extension cable. So there's a female DC port on it as well, barrel connector that would connect to the actual transformer that's going to plug into a wall outlet. In some cases, you may have to use an extension cord, or you can run a new AC receptacle. A common installation for this device would be on the soffit on the edge of your roof around the house or business. You could run the power cable through a small hole in the soffit and then plug in the transformer in your attic or crawl space or whatever it may be. Once you have this connected, you want to plug in the DC extender here and then plug in your transformer right into wall power. So that's just 120 VAC. And then once you are powered in, you can then pair on Wi-Fi, which we're going to show you in a few moments in a different video. There's an antenna that comes with this unit. It helps a lot, especially being when you're on farther throws from the router. So you can just basically tighten that right on and situate it and aim it. You can orient it aiming towards the router, just the general direction of the router, depending on wherever that is. And the last thing here is the mounting bracket. So we're not going to mount the camera today, but there are some pieces that come with the kit. It says camera mounting bracket black on there, and there's a few pieces including some right angle brackets, and there's a small little metal dowel that you can connect the base plate to. The base plate is just a round cylindrical object where you can use 3 anchor points to screw that unit to the underside of the soffit, the side of the house, a pole, whatever it may be. There are you can get other retrofitting objects to put on a pole as well if you just have basically just use this same dowel, and you can put that into some other object to put around a pole. And then the 3 screws. You can use your own screws as well if it's going into like concrete or something. You could use Tapcons for that. with a masonry bit. So that's pretty much all the hardware involved with this unit. Once this is physically mounted and screwed to where you need it, you can pair it with the system. Now, some people will do this with a partner because in some cases, if this is up on a ladder or far from the router, the WPS enrollment involves in a short period of time. When you get the router in enrollment in the WPS enrollment, then you only have about 3 minutes until it times out. Sometimes sooner than that, depending on the router. So if you have a partner who's at the router, puts it into encryption mode or WPS mode as you're on the ladder, you can then go ahead and press the enrollment button on here, which we're going to show you shortly. And it does require a small little paper clip or something. It's right next to the DC plug. So you actually are going to have the boot. You can kind of slide the boot back, plug in the unit, have it plugged in, and there's a little tiny hole just to the right of the plug. And I'm not sure if you can see that there, but I can unplug this and you might get a better angle. Once this is plugged in, powered up, and the green LED is solid green and ready, you can press and hold this. Just press and release actually once the router's in the encryption mode, and it will pair to the system. And you just give it a few minutes until it's fully paired up. So that's how you would install and use the IPCAM-WO. If you have any specific questions on this camera, or you have any issues with enrolling it, you can email us at support@alarmgrid.com, and please subscribe to our channel.